All right, so walk me through it. What do you want to go look at first?
Do you want to introduce your video first?
Oh. Oh, God. Don't laugh at me.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to get through this video.
Stop.
All right.
I'm going to have to edit out so much. Oh my God.
It was such a nice series, and now it's just gone.
Now you've ruined
into the toilet.
Stop.
Sorry. That was a heavy sigh. Whew. All right.
I just need a little bit. Don't laugh at me. I gotta take a drink of water.
I do too.
Hi, this is Lil Eden. We're back. I have a very special guest with me today. The wonderful, very talented Mike Sheets.
Hey everybody, I'm on another video.
Yeah, I heard you and Jonty just dropping that you were going to be on this channel before I even said anything about it. So, thanks for that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just blow up your schedule. So from the last episode to this episode, a lot of things have changed.
Yeah.
We've gotten used
absolutely.
to it now, but I don't know where to start. Probably the peafowl exhibit?
Yeah. All right.
Crane flat.
This is the first
awesome.
thing. Yeah, I did name it after... Peafowls are not cranes, obviously. But
you just want
named
them
it...
to be cranes, yeah.
I named it after a really popular campsite in Yosemite National Park.
Oh, very cool.
And I just thought it fit because it has the kind of picnic vibes, and it's a relatively flat area in the park.
Mm-hmm. I love how you've pond shrimped my landscaping. It's also
all
like blue. Yeah, yes. I love it.
I really like how you made this a walkthrough exhibit. I kind of wanted to get the vibe with it, but you actually went in and did that.
Mm-hmm.
And you put the effort in to make that happen.
Well, I was having trouble with, you'll see it in my video, but immediately when I open up the zoo, all the peafowl are escaping. What the hell?
I can't fathom why that happened, because when I had the game, I never had that issue.
You had a picnic area, and I broke that a little bit just to put the paths in. Probably should have put that picnic area back, because that was really cool.
I'm pretty happy with what you did.
Okay, good.
I think it all looks good.
Didn't come in with a big bulldozer and
I'm much happier with how this looks. I think it turned out really good.
Excellent. Yeah, I wanted to add some more trees just to really accentuate the fact that it's a very sheltered spot. More less a meadow, more like a glen or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to show off that little rope area to show people how that is actually
this
done?
one?
No, the rope gate,
the fence thing.
Because this is usable for a lot of non-violent animals or non-dangerous animals. Anywhere you would normally have a walkthrough exhibit, you can just do this, and it will act as a gate. Your animals can't get out, and then you don't have to deal with the giant freaking snap gates that they have in the game.
Mm-hmm. And in real life, it would even work kind of like an airlock.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think this is really good. When you showed me the screenshot of this, I was losing my mind. I had no clue that this was even possible. I didn't even think about it. I love this.
Yeah, I learned it from one of the guys at Bro Nation. He tried it with the
was it the where he put it across the ground for the Jeeps?
Exactly. And I didn't realize at the time that scenery would actually stop movement of the animal. I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe we can do that.
I've been using the elephant grass a lot animals. It's like a solid collision box.
Wall.
Yeah, so not only is it like a wall, but they'll walk on it. So I sent these screenshots of I put them in Bronation of the bears just standing on the snake grass that I put in the water, or the elephant grass.
Yeah.
It's in the water, so they can climb on top of it, and they're just standing on the grass.
It's just a freaking box that they're standing on. Oh, it's funny. I sent you a lot of pictures because this particular zoo, I mean, you had a really distinct idea for it, and I didn't really have to do a whole lot of rescuing it. It's just beautiful as is.
I really appreciate that. I felt really special when you sent me the pictures, because I know the lady, she went into it completely blind.
She did.
So when you were sending me all these pictures, I wasn't expecting it, honestly.
Yeah, when I sent the lady the picture of the girder bridge, she's like, "Oh, okay." she kept a happy face, but she didn't know at the time what I was doing. But for you, I mean, I just wanted to make sure that it was all good. Mm-hmm. It's really, I mean, the changes you've made, the personalization looks really, really nice.
I'm glad. I think I needed you to come in here and fix it, because I'm really good at making things look pretty, but I'm not good at making them make sense.
You didn't play Planet Coaster, did you?
I played a little bit.
Okay.
I kind of entered this community after one of my friends sent me the announcement trailer for Planet Zoo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since the Planet Coaster pathing system and the Peep system is pretty much the same, we learned how to manipulate Peeps to do what you kind of want. And one of those ways is trying to divide the traffic between two path areas, and so that's where the Sky Trail came in.
This is absolutely my favorite part of the whole thing. I'm so happy with this.
I really like the way this came out too. And the changes that you made with the how many of those hubs do you have in there?
I think I only put in 2. I put this one right here because I thought it was a good place to have just kind of an overview of this main area. Mm-hmm. And then I put one over here when it changed directions, just because I thought it made sense.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely really, really cool. I'm gonna have to steal that from you.
This is my favorite little detail right here, the little rope suspenders. Mm-hmm. A lot of the, what are they called? Tree walks?
Yeah, skywalks or something, sky trails. Mm-hmm.
When I was looking for references for them just to figure out what I wanted to do for fencing, I noticed a lot of them were made out of suspended bridges, not like concrete supported bridges.
Right.
And I kind of liked having a mix. And I thought just having them connect here to the tree was a good way to kind of balance it out.
I think that's really cool. As long as the bears can't climb up that tree, right?
No, I don't think so. And even if they could, there's the path, so they wouldn't be able to climb like horizontally across this.
That's true. Now that you have the tree support, you could probably get rid of that one column there.
Yeah, there was one on this side that I got rid of, but I forgot about this one, so I'll go back and do that.
Awesome.
The little stairs over here are probably my favorite. I put in education boards because I had to.
It kind of, it directs the traffic in different areas. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that was a bit of a challenge, I'll be honest. That's a lot of staircases. Oh god, I can only imagine.
I was looking in here, and this isn't terrain. If you go in here, the terrain's all the way down here.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just
it
came
has
in
to
with
be.
Mulch and rock, and I think it turned out really good. I think it looks...
Mulch saves my bacon every time.
I'm telling you, it's my favorite piece in the whole game. That and the plaster pieces.
Nice. Oh, I like the railing that you're adding too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're still working on that, but that's awesome.
Oh god. There's trees everywhere. It makes it so hard to build. Oh god. Yeah, all of these are like the individual climbing branches.
Nice. Oh, and you've got them in like a weaving pattern. Mm-hmm. Gosh, you're so damn creative. I was so tired once I had created the sky bridges. I'm like, yeah, no, the regular fencing's fine.
Regular fencing. You had regular fencing like all over. It looks like you forgot to turn it off. Because even here where it was up against the ground, it was here too.
Yeah, probably got a little lazy, sorry.
It's no problem. I wanted to go in and do all that custom anyway.
Excellent.
Oh god, this part right here.
Isn't that cool?
I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with everything you did. Oh
That's
my
awesome.
God.
Yeah, the people who made the font, I think that is a Ricey font. I think that's called Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
But awesome people that are making custom fonts because they were desperately needed.
I already went in and touched it up a little bit because when I got this was just the plain log circle, so I went in and put in some trim supports. And I think it made it feel a little more grounded.
Absolutely, yeah. I should have you come in and clean up my stuff. All right, it's the Bro Nation water tower?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like this sign. It's a little tacky, but I think it works good for like a historical plaque, you know?
I guess if you squint, it can kind of look like a live edge plaque or something like that.
If you
squint real hard. And then probably my favorite change, I did a little bit of work to the waterfalls in both.
I saw that. I love what you did because this waterfall was huge. It went like all the way over to here.
It was like a beta waterfall.
I can't imagine why I did that. Probably because this was the first thing I ever built in this game.
That's what I figured, yeah.
I came in day one after playing franchise in the beta for so long. I came in and made like a giant 8-meter across waterfall.
It was a lot of water for the body of water that was falling into. It felt like it would flood that area pretty quickly.
I'm so much happier with how this looks.
Excellent.
And you put in I came in here this morning and just stared at it because you've got all the moss in here and it looks so good. And I don't think I've ever used the moss.
I know everybody doesn't like the moss, but once I finally figured it out, I'm like, oh, that actually makes things look a lot nicer, like a lot more grown in.
It definitely takes finesse. You have to. That's not even a joke. You have to fiddle with it.
You do have to fiddle with it.
And merge it into the rocks to make it work really good. And I think you've done a really wonderful job.
Well, thank you.
The waterfall in the bear's habitat too. You touched up.
Because that one weirdly was just not showing up at all.
Huh.
Like the water effect was behind a rock, and then you can only see the refracted effect, but you couldn't see anything else.
Weird. It might have been connected to a building that I moved or something.
Probably. That does happen.
I think you did a really good job. You put in a lot of little details into it to make it look like it's crashing on the rocks. I think it looks really good. It
was the bear's habitat, so it felt like that needed to be really big and strong.
You touched up the little picnic area back here.
I touched it up because I broke it. So I had to put it back. That was my motivation there, because I screwed it up.
No one has to know that. You touched it up on purpose.
Oh, there we go. I touched it up on purpose. Yeah, from my remembering of visiting Yosemite or something like that, or a campsite, I just felt like this was more accurate to have trees and then just gravel paths and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm super happy with how this turned out. There's the mulch again.
The mulch saves your bacon every time. I dig it. I think every change that you've made. Well, this is your freaking zoo, so it should. But I think it's just awesome the way that you've been able to really stitch these areas together, and it feels natural, even though the slope would be horrendous to walk if this is a real zoo.
Absolutely, yeah.
You need some kind of funicular to get to the top.
Well, that's what this is for, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you still have to take that massive staircase to get to the.
We don't have to talk about that.
Oh, that would be a pain to walk this.
This is the worst zoo to ever visit. You come up here to flamingos, and that's your whole day.
Pretty much. I mean, you could probably do the peacocks too, but that's about it. So, what is the future? I mean, where are you going next?
Well, I did put in this fire ecology burnt plains area that I talked about.
Yeah.
This is a completely unfinished area, but this is probably going to be the next area that I tackle.
Nice.
Is this whole area from the bison pens down over here. This is going to be pronghorn, probably.
Cool.
And from there, we'll just go up the mountain more to this big open area.
Just keep people walking all the way up this mountain face. What's the height elevation from the base camp to what I guess is the Timberwolf exhibit or something? Is that the very top?
I guess I can count with the 4-meter pieces, but I don't think I have that kind of dedication right now.
So that is considered Lake Merced? This little pond?
Yeah, Lake Merced.
Okay.
I named all of the little areas that I put in after actual places that exist in Yosemite. So we've got Lake Merced, the, what did I call it?
Tuolumne River?
The Tuolumne River?
There you go. Sounds better than Tuolumne.
The only reason I know that is because I learned how to say it before I learned how to spell it.
There you go.
So this is the whole river is going to be the Tuolumne River.
Nice.
That winds up here to Wawona Meadow. And I think I just called this like the Tioga hike. I wanted this to have a little walkthrough area since pronghorn and peafowl are the only animals that can have a walkthrough exhibit in this whole zoo.
I know, you can't even walk through with the flamingos. They'll get you.
They're like geese. They're so angry.
Yeah, they're not happy. Well, they make a lot of noise too at the front. And you got some protesters. You have a lot of protesters.
I have so many because I completely ignore the areas that
I know, it would be nice if we had, I don't know, some power lines so we could have transformers off to the side and then still be able to power stuff.
If we could turn off power.
That would be nice too. Maybe Tuesday. They did say it's sandbox updates, so. And then after that, it doesn't seem like you have much zoo left. Like, do you have a bigger?
I have a second plan in mind because I do kind of want to wrap up Little Eden once I finish it. I don't want to keep pushing it into something bigger than it was originally intended to be.
Okay.
And I think we are getting pretty close to the end.
You have done a lot of work in 2 weeks. My goodness.
It's come at a price.
Yeah, aren't you in school right now?
I am. I'm a university student.
It reminds me of my college days when I would not do my work.
I mean, I'm not failing.
That's the justification. I'm not failing my classes. I'm just getting a C. Oh, that's funny.
We originally kind of intended to nerd out about plants, but
that didn't happen, did it?
It didn't really happen.
Do you have any plants to nerd out on?
I've got like 4 of them.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get my notes. Let me open my Google document.
Notes.
Don't laugh at me.
Okay. All right. Never gonna get through this video.
Stop.
All right.
I wanted to talk a little bit about edible plants, just because when I was doing actually when I was talking to you, I had the idea of changing these, the only recolorable flowers in the game to a kind of native redwood sorrel, which is basically like a glorified clover.
Okay.
It's
What's the scientific name?
I don't know.
I thought you had that in your notes.
These aren't like technical notes. These are just because I forget things.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, I'll look it up real quick for you.
They grow pretty easily in shady, cool areas.
Okay, it is an oxalis. Oxalis oregano.
Interesting.
Yeah. I thought it might have been an oxalis, because of the way you're using it, it looks like clover.
I mean, it's basically clover. They typically grow in redwood forests or Douglas fir forests, so they grow pretty often in Yosemite National Park, and being ground cover in these huge shady forests means that they don't often get much light. And so they're adapted to photosynthesizing in really dim conditions, so much so that brighter light can damage the leaves.
Oh, cool.
So because of this, they've developed a process called nice tenacity.
Okay.
I think that's how you pronounce it. It basically means that the leaves fold downward after being struck by direct sunlight.
Yes, yes.
They're completely edible, the leaves, the stems, the flowers, but they are mildly toxic.
Okay.
Because of the presence of oxalic acid, which is a compound that it's pretty common. It's found in more commonly eaten plants such as spinach. So it's not going to kill you, but you don't want to live only on redwood sorrel. Okay.
All right, or else you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah, fescues, turf-type fescues do the same thing. They have that nice tenacity, so when they go into summer dormancy, they actually do close their stomata. They close their leaves up like that.
Oh, interesting.
To make sure that they don't lose water and stuff. That's really cool. I didn't know it had a name. Nice tenacity. Maybe we're saying it wrong.
Probably.
N-Y-C-E. N-Y-C-E. Nice tenacity.
N-Y-C-T-I-N-A-S-T-Y.
Oh.
So it's like nice nasty.
It's super nice to nasty. Oh my gosh. God. Yeah, some people, because I work at a plant nursery, some people freak out because their plants are drooping, like the leaves will droop, and it's just a method. It's a way to keep the sun from burning their leaves, even though they're perfectly in a normal environment. So I can't help but notice that your redwood sorrel is in a full sun area. Down there.
Where?
Down at the flamingo area where you were looking.
Oh god.
That's awfully full sun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's mostly just because I've got good lighting. There's like an hour span of which I get good lighting.
Okay,
all right, the mountains
cover
it up on either side. Fair enough. So it makes it an absolute terror to build. Because I've got all the trees around, and I've got horrible lighting. It sucks.
There's a lot of shade. I'll say that. So what was your other plant fact?
The other plants I wanted to talk about is puzzle grass.
Okay.
Which I've used a mix of the elephant grass and the what are they called? The nettles to create the look of it, because it is a horsetail plant. So it's got that one big long stalk with
that's cool looking
fronds that come off of it. And
Questium.
Something like that.
So it's a horsetail type.
Yeah, so because they're horsetail, they're made of little individual stalks that can easily be pulled apart, which is where they got the name puzzle grass from.
Oh.
And
interesting.
There's two different types of stalks for one individual species. There's fertile shoots and sterile shoots, which can be identified pretty easily by their color. The fertile shoots are always like a brown tan.
Okay.
And the entirety of that shoot can be eaten.
Yeah, I used to be very familiar with horsetail rush. Very cool. Yeah, they're even native to Montana. Well, they're invasive in Montana. It's not native. They've become a problem.
Speaking of invasive plants, the next one I wanted to talk about, the Himalayan blackberry.
Okay.
Which is a super aggressive invasive plant that invaded Yosemite from Eurasia, I believe.
Yep, sounds about right. They would be very easy. They are a rubus armeniacus. I don't know. You always have to say it 5 times before you commit to one, but it is
sounds about right.
Rubus is the same scientific term for raspberry and blackberry. So yeah, all those compound seeds, all it takes is a berry to drop, and you have a new plant.
And it's not only that, but the Himalayan blackberry in particular is known for being super hardy and being able to grow over buildings or trees or rocks or any other plants.
Oh, that's awful.
So they like smother any other plant that gets in their way. There are native blackberries in Yosemite National Park, but they have much weaker vines and usually just crawl across the ground. So they get smothered super easily by the Himalayan blackberries.
Gotcha. Yeah, because they are a lot more of a bramble, and they're just going to take over entire sections. So where is that in your...
I didn't include that.
Oh, okay. So this is pristine. This is a pristine area.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a zoo, quote unquote.
Is all the purple around, is that Canadian thistle? Or is that supposed to be something else?
This bright purple?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be lupine.
Oh, okay.
Which is like a super common plant in Yosemite National Park. Like, so you heard me talking about California super bloom.
It's super metal.
It's so cool. Lupine is one of the biggest medians for that in Yosemite National Park, especially because lupine is so common there that when fields of them sprout, it can turn a whole like hillside into a field of purple.
That's incredible.
I think I don't know what else to talk about.
Well, you had 4 plants. You got 3 so far.
Yeah, but the other one's boring.
So you added it to the list anyway.
I added it because it's so prominent, and it's probably like the most known plant, miner's lettuce.
Oh, yep.
Because it's so full of nutrients and vitamins.
Yeah, it's technically edible is what I would call it. Technically you can eat it. Corn lettuce, I think, is also what it's called.
I have no clue. I just know it by miner's lettuce because during the gold rush, miners ate it to prevent scurvy, which is giving the species its common name.
Gotcha. Miners got scurvy?
I mean, it's just when you don't get
enough vitamin C.
It's not just like a pirate only
I don't have
disease.
A list. I don't have notes.
Only pirates get scurvy.
Well, that is your that's your botanical lesson for today, guys.
Oh god.
I did give you a peep spotter that you can't undo, so.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm mad at you.
They'll eventually unlock that, but
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's well, okay.
I gave you this park and I had no spawners, and you put this in.
I needed to see if people would use it. I think you have, even your parking lot is like 45 degrees. There's no other place to put anything.
I want you to know that because of this, I bumped my ticket prices up to $150 to make people leave.
And are people
and it's
actually
not working?
It's not. People are still paying it. $150.
Yeah.
Wow, you have Disneyland as a zoo.
They just say, "Wow, this is overpriced," and they come in anyway.
That's so dumb. Oh, hopefully, let's just hope that sandbox features are coming. Oh, that's funny. That is the price of a park hopper ticket at Disneyland. I think it's like $165 or something.
That's dumb.
That is dumb, and especially for your zoo is beautiful, but it's not $150 beautiful.
Oh god, yeah, especially with this backbreaker trail up here. Oh god, I
know there
imagine.
should be defibrillators up on the top there at each one of the hubs. And there's no rope elevator either. I
should put one of those moving airport walkways that just goes up the side of the mountain.
Travelator. You needed like an exhibit in your little shop area.
I don't care what the peeps do. This is my part.
Oh my gosh. But doesn't it look nice when you have people walking around and they're not borking out?
They hate me. I have so many protesters. I think I've had enough of this.
Is that how you're ending the video?
Oh, absolutely.
Alright, I'm done with you. I was gonna say, do you have an ETA when the zoo's actually gonna be done and on the workshop? A loose ETA. Like, I'm talking about a month or...
I don't know. I mean, I've said I've had to slow down the pace, but that doesn't seem
I'm very slow. A whole area just appeared when I wasn't, but when I was working on that whole wildfire ecology area.
I have no clue. I'll give it a month maybe, because I've done like all this work in, how long has the game been out?
Since the 5th.
It's like not even a month.
Yeah.
So I'll give it another month, just because after I get all the big stuff in and I have to go back and do details, it'll probably take me a lot longer.
Yeah, you have to detail all my stuff. All right, well, this has been fun.
This has been fun. All right, with that, I'll leave you with some cinematics and tune in for the next one.
That's great.
That's
the
it. Video.
That's the one.
That's it. Cool.
Oh shoot, I wasn't recording my audio.
Oh, don't say that.